Next, let us study about reproduction in human beings. So, as we all know that sexual reproduction takes place in human beings. The period of sexual maturity during adolescence, when reproductive organs become functional, that means a human being is capable of reproducing the young ones, that period is known as puberty. Talking about the male reproductive system, the male and female have different reproductive organs that are involved in the process of reproduction. So here is the diagrammatic representation of male reproductive system, and which is showing seminal vessels, ejaculatory duct, rectum, anus, vas deferens, epididymis, testicle, scrotum, and other parts of the male reproductive system. Let us study about male reproductive system in a little more detail. So talking about testes. Testes are basically one pair, that means they are two in number and present outside the abdominal cavity within scrotal sacs, which keep the testicular temperature to 2 to 3 degrees Celsius, lower than that of the normal body temperature, and this temperature basically helps in the formation of sperms. Testes also release the hormone testosterone, which brings about different changes in the male body. Next is vas deferens, that is a long tubular structure present in pair that carries sperms to the seminal vesicles, which opens into an ejaculatory duct, which leads to urethra. The next part is urethra. So urethra is a common pathway for the flow of urine and semen. The last part is the penis, that is a long, thick muscular organ having erectile tissue. Tip of penis is known as glans penis, which is highly sensitive and soft and is covered by a foreskin. Further, talking about the female reproductive system. So here is the diagrammatic representation of female reproductive system, that is basically showing the ovary, fimbriae, fallopian tube, uterus, cervix, and vagina. Let us study about female reproductive system in a little more detail. So talking about ovaries. They are the primary sex organs in female and perform two functions. They produce female gametes and they also secrete female sex hormones. The fallopian tube, that are also known as oviducts, paired tube originating from uterus. Its terminal part is funnel-shaped with finger-like projections called fimbriae. Next is the uterus. Uterus is a single inverted pear-shaped structure that is highly muscular and a hollow structure. The development of fetus that occurs inside the uterus, and at that time this is known as womb. The last part is vagina, that is about 7 to 10 centimeter long tube. It acts as the passage for menstrual flow and also acts as birth canal parturition, that is childbirth. Now, let us study about that how fetus develop into the uterus. So after a female has conceived, and in the earlier stages, the fetus starts developing. Further, the fetus is having a connection with the mother through placenta. Placenta is basically forming a tissue, a connection between mother and fetus. The fetus receives nutrients from mother's blood via this, and also the waste products that are expelled by the fetus are removed with the help of this only. The fetus is connected through umbilical cord to the mother's womb. Further, next is reproductive health. Now, reproductive health is very necessary to maintain, basically to avoid various diseases. So, defined as state of well-being in terms of safe sex, reproductive fitness, as well as absence of any reproductive disease. Some sexually transmitted diseases are gonorrhea, syphilis, AIDS. Gonorrhea and syphilis are basically caused by bacterial infections, and antibiotics are given to treat these infections. They are caused due to unsafe sex or not maintaining the hygienic conditions that results in the inflammation in the parts. AIDS is caused by HIV virus, that is human immunodeficiency virus, which weakens the immune system, and it is a fatal disease as no cure has been found till date for AIDS. So for maintaining the reproductive health, one should have safe sex and should maintain the hygiene of the reproductive parts and the complete body. Next is IVF, that is known as in vitro fertilization. This is an infertility treatment method where the egg is fertilized with sperm outside the female body. The ovum is removed from the female body and is allowed to fertilize with sperm outside the body. And after it develops into the embryo, it is again put inside, implanted in the female body, where the further stages of the reproduction will take place. And the process is known as in vitro fertilization. Next is birth control methods. Basically, they are the population control methods. As we all know that population is increasing day by day, it is expanding at a greater rate. So there are various methods that male and female both can opt to control the population, and these are known as birth control methods. Use of a condom, a female condom and a male condom is available in the market that can be used to prevent the birth. Next, there are certain pills that basically balances the hormone estrogen and progesterone in females and then helps in the birth control. Hormonal ring, UID, injections, diaphragm patch are also the certain methods that help in birth control. Further is calendar rhythm method and coitus interrupts. That means when a female is ovulating, at that time the intercourse should be avoided. And next is in coitus interrupt, that is ejaculation must be made outside, not inside the female body. Implant and then surgical sterilization are certain methods that can be used as birth control methods. So here we end with the chapter that how reproduction takes place in different organisms.